May 8th, 2004. We're going to go back in time and read the modern Marco Polo that I was, or the real Eat, Pray, Love lady friend. That's what I was doing, traveling the world um, before Julia Roberts. And I wanted to share my travel logs. So May 8th, 2004. 11:30 a.m. flight 304 AirTran Atlanta. 4:30 p.m. arrive. 5:45 p.m. flight 986 AirTran to Pittsburgh. 7:40 p.m. arrive. Confirmation number BFJ7SH, Thrifty Car Rental. Pickup rental car AM, 10 a.m. Drive to Ohio, Columbus, Ostrander, Worcester. May 10th, Worcester, Ohio. Graduation. So I graduated in 2003, and I am going back 1 year later to see some of my classmates who were they were a year behind me, and they graduated in 2004. I'm there to see that. 3 p.m. I'm meeting with my thesis advisor to say hello. And then May 11th, drive back to Pittsburgh by 10 or 10:30 p.m. Temple visit, return rental car. May 12th, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, park sitting and party evening. This is the complete itinerary. May 18th, May 13th. I'm getting a ticket and I'm paying money. Train to New York City, reservation number 0197E6, train 40. Departs 10 o'clock a.m., arrives 8:10 p.m. Call my friend. May 14th, New York City. I have 6 people that I have their name and their phone number that with an action item of calling these individuals. May 16th is New York. May 17th is New York. 8:10 p.m. flight 112 Air India to London. May 18th, London. 7:55 a.m. arrive. See a friend who I used to work with through an international exchange program at Eldora Ski Mountain in just outside of Boulder, Colorado. He was originally from South Africa, so we are meeting up in London. So fun. May 19th, London. Also touring around May 20th, EasyJet E2V99C4 flight 5477 Gatwick South Terminal 12:10 to Madrid, arriving. Now I'm speaking in 24-hour time, 15:45, because I'm moving into that European space. And then I'm buying a train ticket at the station for €48. May 21st, I go to Córdoba, Calle Muñizes, where I used to live, and I studied abroad in Córdoba. I lived on Calle Muñizes with my beautiful host family, so I'm going back to see them. May 22nd, Córdoba. I'm seeing a classmate of mine who's still in Córdoba. May 23rd, also in Córdoba. 24th, 25th, and 26th, also in Córdoba. Need bus to Madrid. Midnight, question mark. Córdoba, Madrid, 1 a.m. $11, 11 euros, not $11, 11 euros 15. May 27th, I go to Crete. At 1:20 p.m., flight 248, Olympic Air to Athens. 7 p.m., flight 514, Olympic Air to Heraklion, Crete. Youth hostel, €10. May 28th, Crete, Heraklion. I visit Kazansaki's tomb as per my thesis advisor's request. She was my thesis advisor for classical studies. So we studied ancient Roman and Greek history, and that was my homework when I got to Crete. Youth hostel, €10. May 29th, must be at hotel by 7 p.m. And so from May 30th until June 13th, I am on a goddess pilgrimage with the Ariadne Institute led by Dr. Carol P. Christ. And then from June 14th until I go home, June 28th, I am traveling around Europe with my little suitcase and backpack, visiting people and getting into a whole bunch of adventure. And so June 28th, I go back to London and 1:15 p.m. flight 111 Air India back to New York City. And then I go to California, where I started my graduate program in women's studies and religion. And so this is kind of this whole transitioning period for me. So June 29th, I stay in New York City, June 30th, and then June to July 9th, I'll be out in California getting ready to put all of those logistics in place before I move out there to start graduate school. So that's the itinerary, and subsequent posts will be my diary, journal entries as I am moving on this adventure in 2004, and it is just so cool. So this is all before smartphones. So the next page, I am giving myself directions. I'm writing down the directions from the London Heathrow Airport to Pax Lodge. Pax Lodge is a Girl Scouts lodge in London, and there are lodges all over the world. There's one in Switzerland, and if you're a Girl Scout, and I was a Girl Scout for 18 years, you can go stay there. Let me see. I'm just going to type that in and give you a little bit of background. It's a thriving world center that offers daily visitors. Let's see. And it's so cool because each room has a different theme. And I got to stay in the Japan room, which was such a treat. Yeah, it's so cool. And you can, it's in the historic heart of London, and it is in the suburb of Hampstead. So just a few stops from the hustle and bustle of central London. And they have events, activities, volunteering, all of this. So, here are the directions. By underground, take the Piccadilly line, that's the blue line, eastbound to Leicester Square. At Leicester Square, change to Northern Line Black northbound to Edgware Branch, which is on the left side. So I'm giving myself these directions because I don't have my smartphone yet. That will come in a few years. So then I'm going to Belsize Park. That's the stop. See map of Underground. Okay, that's helpful. Turn right at the station and walk to the traffic lights with the churches on either side of the road. Turn left and follow the red church around the corner to Lyndhurst Road. Or, that was plan A. Now here I'm giving myself a plan B. Heathrow Express to Paddington Station. From Paddington, take the Underground, and the address is Pax Lodge, Olave Centre, 12C, Lyndhurst Road, London, NW3 5PQ, England. And then there's the phone number. And then I have an important address. I have the youth at a hostel in Iraklio, and then I stayed at the Hotel Olympic, and I give myself that address as well. And I have a to-do list here that I need to set up an appointment, a dentist appointment in July. And then I need to pay my Old Navy bill. Sometimes some things never change. And then this is, and I quote, I need to call Dad so I can talk about health insurance bullshit. So succinct as a young voyager here. I am, I believe, 23 in this journal here. I'm telling myself I need to become a frequent flyer member. Ridiculous that I fly the world over and I don't count the miles quantitatively. And so, and then I'm saying I need to get some gifts for some people that I'm visiting in Europe. So I'm going to read the first entry and then I will close out here. But I wanted to just start this modern Marco Polo adventure. But the modern Laura Newberry-Yokley. It's not as good in the swimming pool like the Marco Polo. It's okay. We'll get there. May 8th, 2004. This is me as a 23-year-old. I couldn't sleep last night, and the particles were not charged. Much was to be done, to be thought about and understood. By the time I drifted into oblivion, it was nearly 4, a collective shadow that appeared to be in the shape of bodies walking forward, moved under my eyelids, although I had my eyes opened. Were they gods? Were they those who lived in the realm of the physical? Were they ghosts? Were they women? All I know is that I didn't go to sleep alone last night. My moon cycle and all that comes with that seemed to be off, but I don't know what to do about it. The grand scale of newness and change has probably excited my body. Mom and Dad gave me a goddess necklace made out of bone on a blue leather cord. It's beautiful, and I feel proud to have been given such a gift. My eyelids are tired and my throat is red. Carol writes about this as being a necessary factor of change, letting go of control. Control is such a funny emotion or feeling powerful, feeling like I have everything under control and set should be the goal. Is that human nature? But we spend our whole lives either trying to maintain control or rationalizing that God, the omniscient presence, always remains in control. There is some form, some sense of security. Many thinkers intend to try and reverse this control by being in the present moment. Perhaps a Buddhist idea. This tends to slow us down and bring us back to the now. It seems to be a paradoxical surge against time. And that time that will only come later. But when? When does that later time come? Well, it doesn't. Or perhaps it is happening at the same time, a cyclical progression, as it were. Many lives happening at the same time. I intend to stay away from the linear progression of time and experience it wholeheartedly. I still want to accept that time is eternal. Things, lives, ideas, and love ebb and flow through this great eternity. Constancy, beautiful people. I'm so aware of gender and race relations. But what does it mean that I'm aware? And what is my role in this awareness? What assumptions does my white female exterior produce? What does my face say before I open my eyes, before I open my mouth? What are some of my own preconceived notions? Oh, great goddess, please help me to guide me safely through this incredible threshold and to write beautifully. I need to maintain an expressive outlet, a courageous voice, an intense and perhaps raging feminist. There is much to be learned, questioned, thought about, discovered, you know. And I am referencing my friend group of intellectual young men in high school who often would dismiss my questions or my ideas, and I'm bringing that forward. And I think that is where that response is coming from. I would have no idea that years later, these questions would be answered in my experience, that I would full-heartedly understand what I am supposed to do with my awareness, that I am supposed to understand fully and immerse fully into the Black experience and be in a relationship with an African American man and have beautiful children who are Black, white, and tan. To quote Nicole C. Mullen, I would have no idea that I would be able to move through that space and become an ally to things that do not affect me at all, but to really embrace and understand and listen and learn. I would have no idea that for the next 20 years, that's what I would be doing. So I'm talking about being censored and dismissed in high school, and even after I would see these gentlemen on summer vacation during college. And I say that maybe it happened all the time, and now I am just more aware of it. Then I quote the Paulo Coelho's book, The Warrior of Light. A warrior of light knows that he has much to be grateful for. Struggle, putting everything into place, and sharing rewards. The next page I have the Greek alphabet. It's really awesome. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. First 2 columns are the lowercase and uppercase Greek letters, then the name of how you pronounce them in English. And I am not sure how to pronounce them, but I'm going to try. So if you speak Greek, please excuse me. Alpha, beta, gamma, theta, epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mi, c, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, epsilon, phi, chi, psi, and omega. And then there is talking about the English letter or where they go. And then there are words that go with each letter. And if you read them together, it sounds like a poem. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can imagine this chart as I'm reading it to you. Rather, vet, that, envy, zebra, ill, theater, yet, key, law, match, nut, mix, fog, pet, red, soft, top, ill, fire, hand, hat, collapse, olive. And that, my friends, is my itinerary directions to Pax Lodge before smartphones and my first entry. So I look forward to sharing with you my travel journals as a modern Marco Polo of sorts. So I'll come up with a catchy name before then. But thank you for joining. I'm Laura Newberry-Yokley, signing out.